half of Massachusetts, and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal it's time for football. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the New England Patriots. Visitor sideline, a look at the Raiders head coach. His team making the long flight. Always difficult to play the 1 o'clock Eastern game when a West Coast team feels like it's 10 a.m. on their body clock. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. And off we go from Foxborough. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves. Thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win tonight.
And we'll mark them down just shy of the 40. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete. Ramondre Stevenson was the intended target that time. And it'll lead to a second down. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
2 yards to go. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Throw again. Is in trouble. And down he goes.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
This brought in out past the 20. And good coverage by Putty. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. It'll get him.
Oh! Whoa!
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive.
Oh, man, we get to see that. Hey. Welcome to it's football time. First off, a nice pass by Strong Style. Gone. Get this. Oh my gosh. Man. the first game of the season, man. We doing stuff like that. Dang.
Coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
We'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. A gain there of 11. First down, Vegas.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Flushed to his left. Now he'll run it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And he's in.
Oh, what a pass by Strong style.
Touchdown, Raiders.
And catch by Thornton.
And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver's able to take it in for 6.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. So the Patriots, 4-13 last year. They make the coaching change. They find a quarterback, they hope, in Drake May. And all of a sudden you bring Mike Vrabel in here, and Greg, it feels a little bit different around this Patriots squad.
It does, and listen,
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker.
What the heck? I don't know how I did that at that view.
that's about as bad as it can possibly get. Mike, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish
One of the hot rookies. Kuma Kamanage.
Now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on
First
offense.
off, the catch is amazing, but the return,
Take a deep breath and try to bounce back.
man, the return on that was insane. First off, I don't even know how I did that on that view. Ugh. There he comes, bumbling, stumbling, rumbling. Boom. And then there's that speed. Dang.
Carlson now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Stevenson. And he'll pick up 2. That's to the 27.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Patriots first down.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now May. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll run it here with Antonio Gibson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, New England.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Working out of the gun. It's May. He'll get this off to Stevenson. And he won't get away. Good old tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And remember, he threw that pick 6 on the previous drive, so don't think that's still not in the back of his head. He's certainly not going to risk giving the ball away again, and good decision there to just throw it away.
On 3rd and long, here's May. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. Here's Bryce Baringer now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cougar 19. Ready up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target, and it'll be 2nd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marte Mapu.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessary.
And he's in! Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, New England. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Raiders offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
Right.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got it downfield. Myers the connection. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down. Out of the gun. He'll throw. Over the middle. That's the tight end, Bowers. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down,
Come on.
Las Vegas.
Hot 70, hot. Bronco 80. 60 average. 60.
They'll look to throw again. Gonna check this one down to Blackshear. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second and 7.
At the 19-yard line.
19 charge.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Ready. 70 ready.
They'll go with him again. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Unlock. Tag. Bronco 80. Ready.
On third and goal, they'll run for it. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Vegas. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game. Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. The Patriots offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On second down, it's May. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And he'll try to convert it on third down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Throwing on third down is May. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. What a big play there for New England. 38 yards. Unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Throwing is May. There's a short one to Hooper. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. 8 got him.
What a first half of this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control. And you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second?
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Raiders with the early lead. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 3rd and long ahead. The throw is May. That one taken in by Douglas. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Raiders offense make their way out to take over once more. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title, but you have to remember 2 other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
You know, it sounds crazy. When you mentioned you did 9 in a row, you think, oh, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think L.A. and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City, maybe than there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
You know, Greg, I'm thinking if I'm a fan or even in the front office for the Chargers, or the Broncos, or the Raiders, do I build my team to try to knock off the king of the hill? Because you only play Kansas City 2 of those 17 games. So how do you factor that into your construction?
Yeah, I think it's such a great point. It's really fascinating to dive into. And while I wouldn't necessarily build my roster to just beat Kansas City or to just beat whoever you...
The ball comes out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. but it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
To the left side, it is caught by Myers. He's into space past the 25. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That one good for 29.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
Come on. Set.
Now, faking the give. A dive, but he let him too much. It's incomplete.
Well, it's probably one of the most used cliches in football, but I think this is probably the appropriate use of missed opportunity. I mean, he's open in the end zone. All he has to do now is catch it. So that's a play they're going to look back on at the end of this game and say, man, we let that one slip away.
He'll swing this out to Blackshear. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Set. Oh, 19 tight. 19 tight. Steady.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
A little miscommunication there, and that brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down.
Franco 80. Steady.
They'll throw out of the gun. That is caught. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, getting the job done on 4th. And now it's 1st and goal.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Go. 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
Back to the air one more time. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Raiders add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Marcus Jones now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch rate. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Back to the outside. He's got Diggs. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. A Pro Bowler 4 years running, that is Maxx Crosby, working his way in to register his first sack of the new season.
I think here offensively, they got to go in at halftime and regroup. The play caller, the offensive line coach, the quarterback, they got to make sure they're on the same page. It just doesn't seem like they're all communicating. The pass protection is because he continues to end up on his back.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Well, Raiders offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams. But I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run. He can still make every catch. He can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college, and he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
Patriots offense ready to take over once again. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow is the best player. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is...
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. The 7th overall pick in 2023, Tyree Wilson, getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Out of the gun, here's Meg. He'll look deep here for Diggs. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Raiders offense, and their running back set to go once more. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference about my kick to touchback. They got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtimes, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone say, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's like that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come over.
17 yards on that play. Good for a Patriots first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working out of the gun. It's May. He's found his receiver, Buche. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Now Stevenson. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play.
It's a gain of 9.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. 2 minutes to play in this first half. Why don't we check in with Scott Hanson on his first full Sunday of work on our team to find out what's coming up at halftime. Scott.
And what a first day of work it's been, Mike. Coming up, 8 games going on around the National Football League in the early window. We're still working on the Octo Box, but we'll have scores and highlights from around the NFL in 2 minutes, so stick around.
It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Hey, what's up?
That is caught back corner of the end zone. Sean Booty. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. A run now for Blackshear. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. set up to throw. He's got the tight end Mayers.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. They'll look to throw yet again. Going for it all. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. Downfield, got him in, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Tag. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Bronco 80. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 tight, 19 tight. Steady.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. They say no to the field goal, but that backfires. They're going to come away with nothing as this first half comes to an end.
Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day we've been working towards all summer, the debut of our new halftime show. So without further ado, let's roll. And it's a guy who missed most of the run to the Super Bowl last year, Rashee Rice. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 77 yards for the touchdown. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And this is Dak Prescott finding his new weapon, George Pickens. Beautiful throw to the back of the end zone. It's a touchdown. The Cowboys come out on top, and Brian Schottenheimer has his first W as the head coach of Big D. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy, the New Orleans Saints hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And it's the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. He's going to take this one in, 7 yards on the rushing touchdown. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Blackshear. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run it. It's Blackshear. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Come on. Hey. Count the 6. Count 19. Count 19.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here we go. Set. 60 even. 6. Dragon 60.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He connects with the open man. That's Myers. And he's going to have the Raiders 1st down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18.
A gain of 19.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll look to throw again. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Raider 1st down.
1st down, Las Vegas.
That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now Mike Vrabel none too happy with that last decision, and out comes the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play.
So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. They'll look to pick up the pace.
A loss of 3 yards. It's 2nd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
This is a situation where you just have to be a little bit more decisive with the ball in your hand. I mean, at some point, it's got to come out. You cannot continue to stress your protection over time like he did here. And to take that hit after that amount of time, that falls completely on the shoulders of the quarterback.
To the goal line and in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Raiders.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Ramondre Stevenson and the Patriots getting set for their next drive. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough field.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week one matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
Off the bootleg. Here's May. That's complete to Diggs. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
That's another Patriots first down.
May gonna look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught, and it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is May. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
Out of the gun, it's a give to Stevenson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off their call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Stevenson. Touchdown.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with a touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Mostert now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense and Jacoby Myers set for their next drive. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now, faking the give, he'll air it out down the middle. That's caught! And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Vegas. And what an opener it has been for this rookie. That's now his second touchdown here in week 1.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Ramondre Stevenson and the Patriots getting set for their next drive. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Throwing is May. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Malcolm Koonce starting the season with a bang. His second sack in the season opener. On second down, it's May. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. 3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go.
Handoff here, up the middle. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard.
Ready. Let's go. Ready.
They'll stick with him again. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
The tackle by Jamari Zavai. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots' 25-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
To number 88.
2nd and inches.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Patriots' 6-yard line.
On the toss, they'll run. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a whole lot, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
They decide to get cute down here near the goal line, Mike, and they find themselves going backwards. That's going to make this next play call a little trickier after they lose yards on the previous down.
He'll swing this out to Blackshear. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Third and goal.
Let's go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. The linebacker, Keon White. He's in there for the sack. And that takes us to 4th and goal. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 4th down, on comes Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. His kick is good. And the Raiders will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll dump this out wide to Gibson. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he will go all the way. Kayshon Boutte, touchdown New England. That is 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. The extra point, up and good. And the Patriots are able to edge a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong. And he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now run for the first time for the veteran Raheem Mostert. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Ready.
Now the runner-up in last year's Heisman race, Ashton Genty. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Okay,
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
let's go now. 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Ready.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. The Raiders have their punt team out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Whoa! And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And he's going to have the Patriots 1st down. He gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managed to turn that into a gain. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's May. And look at his big target, Henry, over the middle. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. To throw on 1st down is May. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. Man in motion, it's Diggs. On 3rd and long, here's May. And that is incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Patriots ready for the punt as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. He'll return it from the 11. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they have done all you could ask for, closing in on a road victory to start the campaign as they try to finish things off here in quarter number 4.
Here we go. Start. 60. Alert. Alert. Back up.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Here we go. Here we go.
Thrown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. 3rd down. 3 to go.
It's 3rd down.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the Raiders 1st down, I do believe. Gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
And that's kind of a double whammy of sorts for this defense. Not only do you not get the 3rd down stop, but now this offense, Mike, they're able to bleed even more clock down with this fresh set of downs.
Right back to to him on first down. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 15. First down, Vegas.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run rate, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A run. Genty. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. It's also first down.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
A run now for Blackshear. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Pick up on the 11 yards on that one. Good for a Raider first down. Here's Blackshear. He steers clear of the first tackler, working his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's second down and 6. They'll run it. It's Blackshear. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
Brings up third and 4.
Let's go.
They'll give on the ground.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Let's go now.
They'll try it now with Genty. And he's going to have the Raiders first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Yeah, sometimes these coaches want to overthink it. They want to dial up these super tricky plays and try to outthink themselves sometimes. And you find yourself here on fourth and real short. Something easy, something your guys have repped a million times. Win the battle up front and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Check. Here we go. Check. Let's go.
Keep it on the ground with Genty. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Get it. Practice. Hey. Check that. Steady.
Here's Genty. And he will score. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Las Vegas. For Genty, 56 total TDs in 3 years at Boise State. And that touchdown there, the first of his NFL career. Carlson now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up Incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now, May will set up the screen for Gibson. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They're down and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw is May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throw again is May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's another Patriots first down.
May to throw again. That'll be complete to Gibson. No chance to get away. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's May again. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. May to the air once more. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll go. Here's May. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. Tayshaun Boutte. Touchdown, New England. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats are able to cut into the deficit.
52. Patriots 38.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Kevin Pirates, Kevin Pirates.
They'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Raiders. It's a debut for the ages, paying immediate dividends. 3 touchdowns. And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Carlson's kick is good, and the Raiders are going to extend their lead.
Patriots 38.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. The Patriots offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw now, May. That's complete to Diggs. Here's 2nd and 6.
Stephon Diggs. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
Here's May. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
It's now 3rd down.
From the gun. On 3rd down, it's May. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. They're going. It's May. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. The Raiders offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And with the defense out of timeouts, they cannot stop the clock. Just a couple of kneel downs should do it.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11.
70 Timberwolves.
So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign.
Man, this offense is on fire already. Running game, we got to work on that running game a little bit better as far as running up the middle, but the outside runs are already there.
So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our
That hookup with strong style to Montana. Get used to that matchup.
NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
Week 1 is in the books. The Raiders are 1-0. Let's see who we play next. Actually, great, actually. I mean, considering for Drake May, considering he got sacked like I don't know how many times. Both quarterbacks do 1 pick, but the big plays from strong style was the difference. Running game was off the hook for both teams. Although Blackshear took over the second half. Look at that. 177 yards rushing. 5 yards to carry on 32 attempts. Then Genty came in relief mode. Strong style rush, about 21. Let's see them sacks. How many sacks did they have? Malcolm Kuntz had 3. LaQuincy, one of the super rookies. Queen had 3 sacks. And that's the story. Damn. I didn't. Let's see who's up next. Upgrade all. Let's advance to next week. It's the Patriots go down. Oh, they got the Chargers. Chargers coming up next in week 2 on Monday night prime time too. Monday night. And I'll have that one, guys. Oh, wait a minute. Let's take a look at the weekly recap. Let's see what it is.
The new season starts now. I'm Scott Hansen, and you are tuned in to the brand new EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1. Lots to get you caught up on. Why don't we start out in Foxborough? The Patriots at home to take on the Raiders. And this is the Raiders wideout. They're going to air it out to him deep downfield, and he's right there to grab it. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. The Raiders come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. From there, it's off to Atlanta. Let's look in on the Falcons as they play host to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this is KhaDarel Hodge. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Falcons wind up winning this one in front of a home crowd to begin the new season. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And this is Daniel Jones looking for and finding Michael Pittman. 16 yards on the touchdown pass. The Colts move to 1-0. They get the victory in the season opener. And that'll do it for us. After a fun first week, let's do it again, shall we? Scott Hansen here in Orlando. Good night from EA Sports.